And we're back with part 2.
Fantastic. Nevaeh, as Renza comes back in through the door, you see Winter stand up from a pot she was tending in the corner. Several bowls of soup cradled in her hands and sort of nooked in her arms. She looks down at you. Do you mind giving me a hand with this? You can take a break. Get you something to eat.
Sure. We can do that.
She holds out
Yay, I'm momentarily free.
holds out a couple of bowls of soup and starts walking over to Ken and Azuma's fortress. As she sees Renza come back through the door and beckons her towards the little fort in the corner.
Don't hate.
Geez.
Hating. Actively and incessantly. And with much jubilation. This lantern is no longer giving off light.
Yeah, it did break.
Yeah. And she nods towards Renza and Nevaeh, indicating that they should, go in first.
Oh, no, Renza's not allowed in. This is my safety zone. Pretty sure Renza's going to kill me.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Take a breath.
No, this is as good a place as any to make with the chitty chats.
Winter is waiting for Nevaeh and Renza to go.
Yeah, I'll go in. Sorry.
Wall that has been.
I'll go in.
Wall of debris that has been erected, which, I'm going to be real, is about 6 inches tall.
Oh, I couldn't have left any of the pieces in like an L shape to just give at least some height. Like a foot of height.
Chopping firewood.
Could I have taken some blankets and try and pulled them over the top?
I think I'll just sit here on the outside to give him his space, and because somebody needs to be on the outside.
You already gave the blankets out.
It's okay.
One for myself.
Winter will.
Yes, I have a bedroll and a blanket.
Weirdos.
So I'm assuming we're just sitting on the bedroll.
I mean, sure.
Winter will hand Renza a bowl of food, as well as
Thank you.
Azuma having handed Ken and Nevaeh's bowl to Nevaeh.
I'll hand Ken his bowl.
So, this isn't poison, is it?
I don't believe so.
I don't think I'm that bad a cook.
He's gonna craft alchemy at it.
At that question, Azuma's gonna reach over and take some of the food out of his bowl and just eat it.
He'll watch you for a few moments.
You make a fortitude save.
Me?
Yeah.
I knew it! That's how they get you. It's hospitality.
Oh no.
I've only rolled 2s all day.
Take the
Seriously?
spoon, stick it over in the bowl, pull up a little bit of broth, take a spoonful and hiccup. Seems fine.
Apparently this right here is enough to get Jeff to want to strangle you, and, well, or to remove strangulation privileges.
I've always faked saves.
He really has. It's been
fake saves all the
I
time.
do it for the first time with Jeff in one of the sessions, and he's like, nope, you don't have the right to strangle me anymore.
So
yeah,
after
no,
she tries
if he
she's
did
gonna
that,
look up.
that means there's a real save inbound.
After she does that, she's gonna look up at you and give you a thumbs up.
He will nod his approval and thanks at your willingness to sacrifice yourself and be eating.
It's honestly, it's not much. Unfortunately, it's watery onion broth and dried venison.
Yum.
As Winter sits down.
I'm sorry, did you say venison?
Venison. You paranoid motherfucker.
Yeah.
Winter holding the bowl in two hands, placing the rim to her lips and just slowly sipping. All right. I feel like I owe you some answers.
The fuck is that high?
I wish that I could give you some answers, but honestly, I don't know. We left it alone for the most part, and other than a couple scrapes and scratches, it hasn't bothered us. Just, like I said, don't tell the others about it. I don't want to upset the children or any more of the more unstable ones. Things are bad enough without that.
Ken twitches a little bit and goes back to eating soup.
How long has it been there?
It showed up after we did. I don't know why, but we haven't been able to leave this area since then.
And how long ago did you guys get here? She's saying all this while shoveling food in her mouth.
Ken points to you with a mouthful of food like, these are good questions.
It's... I've been here around 3 days.
And how long has the place been like this?
Two, I think. It's hard to estimate.
You came at the wrong time.
Off of, apparently. We've been going off when our bodies get tired as an indicator of when a day has passed.
Where is this?
Ken begrudgingly points to you like, that is also a good question.
She looks at you a little disbelieving, as if she still can't quite... She's still surprised at how little you guys know, being right in the thick of it.
Seeing the look of
Briarstone
surprise.
Asylum. But she continues shortly after. Briarstone Asylum. It's a hospice stuck on a rock sitting on the Danvers River. Fairly convenient place to forget inconvenient people. If anyone has knowledge geography or knowledge local, you may roll it now.
Local.
Wait. No, it's history. Damn.
Can you get it with a 10?
Fuck.
Give it a roll. We'll see what happens.
Got a 10.
Mm,
Either or, you pick.
Ken, Renza. Huh. That sounds familiar. Briarstone Asylum sounds familiar to you. Not just because a couple of people have said it once or twice since you woke up. It's in Versex County. Ustalov. You're in Ustalov.
Of course, that's where all crazy shit happens.
I thought it was pronounced Versailles, but okay.
we're not in Gaul. This isn't France.
No, we're in a fantasy setting, Derek, where languages are a bit odd.
Stop breaking the fourth wall, damn it.
There is that.
Okay, something to file away. Might come in handy later. Okay.
Are we patients?
She shakes her head. I'm sorry, I don't know. You're not familiar to me, and you wouldn't be the first ones here to lose a piece of themselves. If you were patients, then they keep fairly extensive records. There must be some indication of why you were committed.
Which would require us to go find them.
She nods.
I have a question. How do we get out
Roll
of
a
here?
d6.
Who?
Derek.
Oh.
This scares me.
That's how they get you, man. That's how they get you. That's how they do it.
Roll another d6.
Oh God. What have I done?
You fucked
done
up.
goofed. You done goofed.
You hear the sound through the stone of wisping wind sort of snake through small cracks in the stone coming from outside, interrupting you as you go to continue your question.
Does that always happen? How do we get out of here?
It happens occasionally. I'm not entirely
creepy.
sure how to get out of here. It's as if the outside world has turned against us. I don't know if it's just Briarstone Isle or everything beyond, but the entire hospice is surrounded by some repulsive vapor. It's worse, though. The weather beyond is like nothing I've ever seen. Thunder that echoes like people laughing, rain like blood, and to say nothing of the shapes that scamper and flap within the fog. Vague forms that know when we sleep. Things are terrible here, but at least here we can see doom coming.
The pets of them, the ones that are after us.
Well, something has to be causing this. And if it's centered here in the asylum...
They cause it.
Alright. There may be a they. But then surely we can find them and stop them. we just finding a way to move on through the asylum. I've only seen a little bit of this area, but there has to be a way to get out of this tight area we find ourselves in.
Through their eye. Ken nods.
Alright, now he's starting to sound crazy. What are you talking about?
That's not entirely incorrect.
Ken nods again.
Azuma enthusiastically nods too.
Alright, am I going crazy
That
now?
thing. There's
No.
when
It's great when paranoid people are right.
when the man you brought with you rushed out of the chapel and into the corridor,
Okay.
he would have ran into a thing growing on the wall there.
Huh.
There was once upon a time a door there. You've seen for yourself how blockaded and barred off the passageway is to the north, out the hallway. If you manage and figure out how to dispose of the eye, the asylum's entry hall is just beyond.
Ken's gonna stop for a moment.
Well, guess I'm gonna spend a bit more time before I go to sleep looking it over then.
Winter shakes her head.
Sleep.
You have been through a lot, and you need your rest, and it's dangerous, and let's be honest, you won't be going very far if you get jumped again with your injuries.
Just sleep. I have an idea to deal with their eye.
Get your
And
sleep.
what is this idea, Ken?
Ken, you know when someone punches their palm? He does that and just nods.
Well, if we're gonna be fighting something that apparently grows teeth, I think I'll be agreeing with Winter that we should sleep first.
Do you still want me to care for... I can't remember your name.
She looks at you apologetically, but nods. Erwin.
Erwin. Alright. As long as afterwards you guys can give me a chance to rest, I see no issue with all this.
I don't see why not.
I really appreciate all that you're doing. I'm sure you all have realized that we can't stay here indefinitely. We have enough food for maybe another 5 days before we run out. If you can find some way for us to escape, some route that doesn't lead us straight into that terrible fog outside, I will see that the royal accusers reward you well. As soon as we can get back to them, of course.
Okay. Keep that in mind then.
It is a note that none of you are sure what the royal accusers are.
They probably work for them.
I assume that it's an organization of some sort.
She looks over. You have No idea who the royal accusers are, do you?
Of course, they work for
Nothing
them.
comes to mind.
No
If
clue.
No,
by
nothing comes to
them
mind.
you're referring to the Ustalavic crown, then yes.
You see, I don't even
Agents
think
of
he knows what he means by them.
Them are those who are trying to get us. And they're everywhere. And they're always watching.
Nothing's watching inside here.
Even if you can't see them, that doesn't mean they can't see you.
Hmm.
Winter
Huh.
shrugs, clearly at a loss.
Yeah. Alright. I will get back to tending Erwin.
If anything else comes to any of you, if you have any more questions in the morning or now before we all rest, I'll be happy to answer anything that I can.
Alright.
Rest easy. You're safe in here.
Okay.
Ken will finish his food and set the bowl on the outside of the little fort.
I'm gonna finish my food and then take a stroll around. I wanna take a look at the little niches where all the I wanna know what gods this chapel is to. And then I'm gonna go to sleep.
Okay. Make a knowledge religion check, please.
Can I take 10?
You cannot take 10 on a knowledge check. Such is the nature.
My odds of rolling a 10 and actually having general knowledge about deities is solid. Please. Don't give me a thank you.
Mercy, Mary, Mother of God. Well, the first and most obvious deity that the chapel worships is pretty clear given the prominent statue of the goddess that stands before the westernmost wall, the statue that Winter apparently sleeps by, and is depicted on the spiral stained glass windows, is Pharasma.
See, I just asked if there was windows and you said there wasn't. And now you're saying
They are stained glass, though, so it's not like windows you see through. It's
that's
just
fine. I was asking because I was wanting to break one so we could just go out that way.
no.
Stained glass, because of all the intricate metal, you'd never be able to get out. It's the same.
And again,
as
they
iron.
are barred.
Oh yeah, that makes it even worse.
Okay, continue.
And there are a number of other candlelit shrines to several deities. You notice pretty much the entire primary Avestan pantheon here. Abadar, Desna, Aristil, Gozra, Iomedae, Rory, Sarenrae, Shellen. Oh, there's even there's a small, what looks like a donation box beneath symbols of Asmodeus and Zonkathon.
Truly non-discriminatory.
A little bit of everything. I want to make sure I didn't miss it. Did you mention Nethys at all?
I did not, but there is a small candlelit shrine to Nethys there.
Okay, so the entire pantheon. Okay. In that case, as I'm walking around, I'm gonna stop by that one for a moment. Sort of pat the ledge or whatever. Because I
Right.
recognize Nethys as god of magic, and I don't have much that I know, but I know that I do magic, so maybe he'll be watching over me. And then after I finish my walk around, I'm gonna get some sleep.
As you pass by the one to Desna, your body lets out an involuntary response, just sort of a yawn. One of the really nice yawns, the one that sort of leaves your entire body flooded with endorphins and nice and content.
I'm gonna pat that one too on the way by then.
Nice rush of oxygen.
Oh. I don't know where exactly these are situated about, but I assume these two alcoves, and then of course Phrasmus being here.
Yes.
Is there anything in these alcoves?
No.
Good. Ken looks around, notices there's no shrine under him. Oh, good, they're not watching me. And then finishes rolling out his bed sheet or whatnot for sleepy times.
As a note, specifically, while most of the other shrines are the holy symbols of said deities, the one of Desna is a very delicate 2-foot-tall porcelain statue of the goddess herself, posed in a dance amid silks and stars.
Well,
It is in an alcove over here.
somebody who worked here really liked Desna. Understandably,
Indeed.
as goddess of dreams, I'm sure that somebody hoped that they would bring pleasant nights to these people. These people being the
inmates.
These
Yeah.
people.
even if they can't have pleasant days.
All right, and with that, night, heavy air quotes, comes.
Sleepy times.
Nevaeh, you are able to conclude your business about, I'd estimate, 5 hours after the others go to bed.
Alright, and I would immediately fall asleep.
All right,
After that.
everyone. You regain your hit dice plus con modifier plus 1 additional hit point for your night of rest. Incredibly peaceful and restful.
I get 3. No, I'm level 2. I get 4.
I get 4 too, but that actually puts me at max.
Oh, yeah, it does.
I get 5, which puts me 1 point shy, I think.
And
Why have I not?
damn, Steph gets a lot.
I get
Steph
6,
gets
I will be right back.
and I'm not at full yet.
Oh, right.
You got a lot of HP.
Yep. But I definitely need it.
Double 4. Okay.
Okay, so that actually puts me at max. Okay. That's right, I didn't count something last time. Okay. There we
And I'm back.
go.
Welcome back.
Alright.
When Azuma, Ken, and Renza wake up, you wake up feeling quite refreshed and very well rested. It's nice. That was actually a good sleep, full of, well, you don't remember your dreams, but you don't remember them being unpleasant either.
Mm.
Nevaeh experiences much the same effect as soon as she wakes up, but that's not going to be for another couple of hours.
As soon as Ken gets up, he's going to break out his alchemy kit and he's going to prep 2 extracts. And he'll come over here. Never mind. He's gonna step through the door.
Before I prep spells, I would like to check and see if anybody's cleaned up the blood trail that I left behind.
It looks like a bit of effort has begun to clean and tidy up the blood trail, but no serious progress has been made.
Prepping prestidigitation, then.
Ken's gonna nod to the guard and walk over here, and he's going to. Can he pull the curtain back in such a way that it stays on one side? Like,
yes.
Okay, so he's gonna pull the curtain back. Like all of it. He needs a nice wide open thing. And Rowan, he's gonna drink 2 extracts.
Oh.
So you're just dealing with this then.
Yep.
Trying.
I've got an idea. I'm gonna try it.
Well, let's see if it works.
The first extract, well, first he makes sure his gauntlet is loaded, and then the first extract is in large person, and then the second extract is targeted bomb admixture, which takes away the splash and increases the damage die. If I remember correctly, I believe it doubles it, but I'm going to have to look it up just to be on the safe side. And then he's going to punch the ice square in the pupil. He's going to try and blow up the
Bomb
wall.
deals base damage plus double int mod, instead of just base damage plus int.
Oh, God. You pull the curtain back, chug your first extract as the man standing in front of the door looks over and goes, "Remember, screams."
I assume Ken shut the door behind him, because
Yeah.
I did remember. And then he gets really big. So let's see. Damage modifier goes from a D3 to a 1d4 on the punches, which isn't amazing, but it's the strength that I'm really interested in anyways. Which is what, +2? Yes, +2 to strength. Okay, so it's +4. So 1d4 +4 +1d6 +10 +1. 1d4 +4 +1d6 +10 +1. And he has reach, so he doesn't have to get right up next to it as he tries to sucker punch this thing right in the eye.
You swing your fist forward with a crunch. The bomb at the end of your fist detonates, washing flame over the entirety of the door, the eye included. But as you pull your fist back, you can see that the eye is just it closed when you punched it and just schlucks open again, looking at you. Virtually unharmed.
He's going to...
As the teeth grow and part of the pupil tries to reach out to gnash at the fist, but you're not close enough.
Right.
What am I?
He's gonna... Do the teeth go back in?
They gnash out and they writhe and then they pull back.
As soon as they pull back, he's gonna close the curtain.
That didn't work.
It saw me coming. Now it doesn't. And he punches it again.
How are you hitting the eye through the curtain?
I'm punching
like
through the curtain.
Okay. Let's roll that mischance. For total concealment.
Is it blinking when you punch?
You swing your fist through and you catch it again. With the lid closed. Roll your damage.
26. Targeting has faded. So 5 less. But
Jesus Christ.
The wave of flame washes over, spreading across the fungus-covered wall again. The lid closed over the pupil. This thing is tough.
yeah, he's gonna
Fire doesn't seem to be doing much to it.
pull his fist back and look through the, pull the curtain to the side again and watch it, realizing that this isn't doing anything whatsoever.
Who am I become?
I'm going to... Can I attempt to punch its teeth as it's gnashing and talking? Like, I want to punch it in the mouth.
Oh, that sounds like a bad idea.
I'm not using a bomb this time. I'm just
You may attempt to.
trying to to punch it while it's talking, since it can't close its eye while it's talking. And I can see it this time because, I'm watching it. But
You hit.
hit the mouthy bits. Okay. D4 plus 4.
Should be a D3.
I'm large sized.
True. You're a big boy. You're a big boy now.
I'm like crouched in this hallway trying to punch this thing in the face that it doesn't have.
You crack forward, catching it in the teeth, but this thing is really sturdy. It's like you're punching a fucking door.
Yeah, I wonder why.
It has hardness. This is something you realize as you punch it and realize this is like you're punching a fucking door.
Huzzah!
It's
It
like,
just
oh,
means I'm learning about it.
punching a fucking hardness. Fuck. Ow.
It'll only be a couple of more rounds before the enlarge wears off. He's not gonna try and keep.
I don't want to see it. Don't make me see it.
It's saying something.
Rowan, can I hear any of this through the doors?
Very
Is this
thick voice.
interrupting my prep time?
You were listening very carefully before. That's the only reason you heard it.
Okay.
Stop having an existential crisis. I'm trying to prep spells.
How wizards are sometimes.
Are you finished your patching?
I mean, yeah, once I've realized that I can't actually get through it, I'm gonna back up a little bit as I shrink down and spend another minute. No, I'm not gonna prep anything else yet.
The guard in front of the door, Denman, is looking at you like he just listened to a wall-eye question why it was alive for the last 40 seconds.
The good news is it's the actual door trying to eat you. It's not a thing. It's just a door. I mean, they are in the door. They are everywhere.
Is that a good thing?
It can't chase you.
Yeah.
He shrugs and walks to go back inside. Magic.
You notice
ceiling
him watch the curtain
door.
as you walk past him.
The door. There it goes. Come back. Sit in his little corner. Fire doesn't hurt the door. It's very hard. If we had something that could get through that, maybe.
I don't believe anyone has anything yet that bypasses hardness. Pretty sure no one found an adamantine dagger laying around.
Unfortunately not.
Although, Rowan, when I am done prepping spells, I would like to take another stab at the backpack and the dagger.
Alright.
I know the dagger isn't adamantine, but I know it's magic. Dagger first. 1 second while I make sure I updated my spellcraft macro. Nope. Didn't get that far down the list. Okay. So, dagger first. As I was saying.
Dagger first. 1 second, double.
I fell one short, I already know.
Cough, cough. Someone read cough, cough.
It's one of those that I don't have.
If it's not a +1, if it's something stronger than a +1 dagger, Derek, I would be honestly shocked. But it's a DC 18 to identify a +1 weapon.
Where is that?
The minimum caster level required to make a +1 weapon is caster level 3.
Caster level for the weapons. 3 times the enhancement bonus. Okay, I see it.
Yep.
Right. Yeah, you're not sure what that is.
Damn. And the backpack. Wow.
Damn. 17 twice shows up.
Yeah, you don't know what this is either. Still.
Okay, in that case, I'm gonna make
this
sure to
is significantly more difficult to actually identify.
In that case, I'm gonna make
Good
sure
news
to
is
pass.
you could try again tomorrow.
I'm going to make sure to pass the dagger off to Azuma. Steph, you're getting a magic dagger.
I figured you were going to do it in a little bit when you were done prepping.
No.
Do you have any idea what it is? Or do I just get another dagger?
It's a magic dagger.
We know it's magical. We presume it's +1. We don't know for certain.
Okay.
Alright then. And the backpack does backpack things, so I'm just gonna hang on to that.
Okay.
I love how magic items have been distributed so far in this group. Well, this is a backpack, so I'm going to hold it. And this is a knife, so let's give it to the knifey person.
Stab things with it.
No idea what either of them do, but...
Rowan,
Yes.
I would like to test. Can I stick the whole 10-foot pole into the bag?
It depends on which section you stick it into. Sticking it into...
I assume it'll need to be the biggest pouch.
You stick it into the big one, and it slides in until there are about 2 feet of the 10-foot pole left sticking out of it.
Damn it!
Looks to be it goes about 8 feet deep.
Damn it.
Though
In that
as you
case,
move the stick around, it's just sort of like... You keep moving it in like every direction. And there's a lot of room and there's a lot of space in here. It feels like about 8 feet in each direction.
Okay,
8 by 8.
8 square feet. Cool.
8 cubic feet.
Cubic feet, yeah. That's what I meant.
Dimensions.
That case, I'm going to take the 10-foot pole out. Back out, and I'm going to slide the surgeon's tools in there, and I'm gonna rejigger some of the stuff from my sacks into the bag because more convenient to carry it in there.
Okay.
The bag never seems to get heavier. How convenient.
It really doesn't.
Yay. Okay.
Yeah, it's working well for you.
Fantastic. Alright then.
Anything anybody else doing in the morning? Nevaeh is still not awake quite yet.
Yeah, I'm asleep.
You're asleep for another 2 hours. I'm thinking it takes Renza an hour to prep spells.
Yeah.
Is that accurate? Yeah, so you're asleep for another 2 hours. After
Okay.
Renza finishes prepping. Azuma, is there anything you would like to do in the morning?
She was sleeping in until Renza went and gave her the knife.
Okay.
Dagger.
Go look at the dagger. It's a knife.
It's an
It's
edge
the
knife.
same knife that was shown in the picture of the creepy doctor.
Oh,
So
Is it
the
gross?
Fresher.
butcher's cleaver.
It's not gross.
I mean, the face is kind of nasty, but
the dagger isn't. That picture
she's
didn't load.
beautiful.
So no, the knife is fairly normal. Although, well, it looks normal, but it's magical.
Gonna thank Renza and start cleaning it off like the rest of hers.
Very fastidious.
If by cleaning, do you have a whetstone that you sharpen them with?
No,
Oh, okay.
she's literally just cleaning them.
All right, you spend the rest cleaning.
Doesn't like
Until-
them being dirty.
Well, Renza, spells finish prep. Attempt to identify the new objects. Fail. You'll try again tomorrow.
Yep. And I'm going to take a couple minutes to start cleaning up the blood in the L hallway.
Right. I'm just gonna drag you right over there.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a couple minutes to do that using prestidigitation to just sort of siphon away a streak every couple of seconds. And I'm not gonna bother going into the beyond the barricade, just
Right.
the
It's
little
already-
guard.
That blood has
already
been
passed
charred.
anyways. You spend the next 5 or 10 minutes doing that.
Okay.
One of the chapel guards that's at the barricade actually steps off and gives you a hand. A manual hand.
Don't worry about it. I can. This won't take very long.
He puts his hands up and just
Thank
pushes
you,
it
though.
back. All right.
Thank you, though.
He nods, yawns, and you realize as he lays his crossbow over the barricade, he just wanted something else to look at.
Oh,
He's
Too
very
late.
tired, and this hallway is very boring,
uh,
except when it's not, and then he'd rather be anywhere else.
Understandable.
He's stuck between a rock and a dead place.
Well, once I'm done with that, Nevaeh is still asleep, and she's the one who I would want to ask if she had any thoughts on this thing, since Ken didn't yesterday and Nevaeh didn't see it. So, Rowan,
Yeah.
I'm gonna take my 10-foot pole. I'm gonna go sit just inside the curtain, and I'm gonna start prodding it for information. I know that was a terrible pun.
You push back the curtain, cross-legged on the ground, 10-foot pole in hand, and start poking at the eye. As you poke at it, it occasionally will reach out to try to snap at the pole before wailing some lamentation at its horrific existence. And every time it snaps out, ammonia pools from its eye onto the floor.
How long does that stick around?
It doesn't really go away.
In that case, every now and then I'm going to prestidigitate to just sort of like siphon away the ammonia that's getting too close to me.
The stank. Oh god. The smell is not pleasant.
I can make my clothes smell nice, but that won't cover up this stench.
Oh god.
I'm gonna crack the curtain open a bit.
So hard. Just waft it out to the...
Yeah, I'm just gonna crack it open a little bit so that the smell doesn't strangle me.
And as you spend after you spend about 15 minutes doing this, I'm
trying to. Okay, I will do that.
Religion check.
Okay. I would try to. The first time I did it, when it spoke, I would try to ask it a question. If it didn't in any way respond to the question, then I'd try a couple more times and just give up and just listen to it, see if it says different things, when it says different things, that sort of stuff.
It does not respond to anything besides the poking and prodding. It says different sentences, but generally the things that it says fall within a certain type. It continually cries the same similar thing. What am I? Why am I like this? What have I become? Who am I become?
Yeah.
Don't let me see it. I don't want to see it. Keep it away.
I'm going to make a mental note and hope that this was not once a person, as I knowledge religion at it.
You're still not sure what it is. But I will get you to make an int check.
A flat int check.
It's pretty immediately clear to you, and the primary thing you take away from this little bout of experimentation is that if you could apply a characteristic to this thing, it would be self-loathing.
Okay. After 15 minutes, realizing it's sort of looping now, and I'm not getting anything very useful, since self-loathing is something that I could use if it were, if I could actually interact with it and talk to it. But since it's, 15 minutes, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna step out, close the curtain, clean up a bit more of the ammonia before I do. And frown as I walk back into the chapel.
The man, Denman, gives you the same look he gave Ken of just, what the fuck? He is not too far gone to realize how fucked that is.
What I was doing or what it was saying?
To just listen to an eye scream for 15 minutes.
When I see that look in his eye, I'm gonna give like a sort of like a shrug, but with one of those like yeah, I know kind of faces on.
Uh-huh.
I would say aloud and point out that I'm obviously not normal exactly, except I consider myself to be perfectly normal. So,
As you walk by and put your hand on the door, Voston says, we should deal with that thing sooner rather than later. Either that or just leave it alone.
Figuring it out. And I'm gonna step inside.
You step inside.
Ken glances up from his corner.
Are you busy?
Looks at the alchemical stuff that he hadn't finished putting away yet, and decides whether or not it's worth lying to you. Shrugs, finishes putting it in his bag, and stands up.
I know you don't trust me a whole lot, so, Azuma, are you busy?
Just gonna look up slowly. Not really.
Can I borrow the two of you?
Azuma's
I have an
gonna
idea.
glance at Ken, look back up at Resna, hop up, put the dagger that she was holding away, and prance on over to her.
Ken will follow.
Okay. So I
Light
just
source is
sat with the,
on
yeah, that light's
anymore.
dead.
Yeah, that's dead.
So I've been sitting down with the eye for the last 15 minutes or so, and I've been trying to interrogate it, I guess. It didn't work so well, obviously. It doesn't talk back. But, I kind of have an idea that needs some help. So, would the two of you mind accompanying me back to where we fought the doppelgangers?
Okay. He'll nod.
Okay. In that case, we're gonna set up a new light source for Steph and then get moving.
Yeah, as the previous one has expired.
Yes.
Are we relighting another one, or is there a lantern we can borrow? If we're relighting another one, I've got it with Ken's token. He'll offer to carry the light in his tail after checking with his tail to make sure it's okay with that.
Well, we have a lantern, but we don't have any oil.
That's not true. We found oil, didn't we? I thought.
Nope.
No.
Nope.
Ken's gonna
Otherwise,
look
it would
at
be
the
in player loot.
smashed lantern. Is it possible to recover the oil?
Roll a D100. You are able to recover enough oil for the trip there, but not the trip back.
He will put that oil in the lantern. And, perhaps the guards outside can top us off.
If they have any to spare, sure. If not, then we can light it on the way back. That will be the more important.
Okay.
Alright. Come on.
I'm just going to line you up like this, and I will...
Actually, if it's dark, Azuma would be in the back if she can't see.
But Ken would offer to lead you. So if you wanted to be in the back or if you wanted to be in front of him.
Were we able to get a bit more oil?
They don't have any to siphon out.
Okay. In
They're
that
on a
case...
very strict oil budget.
Alright. In that case, either if Ken is offering, then Ken can guide Azuma there.
I am giving all players control of the lantern when it becomes relevant.
Okay.
Of which it is not yet, actually.
Alright.
And how far are you headed again?
We are headed back to where we fought the doctor. The good doctor.
The good doctor. Whose corpse is still there on the ground.
Which I don't particularly care about. I'll shuffle it out of the way so that we don't trip on it and drop the important thing.
Just kick it off to the side.
Alright. Ken. You're strong? I need you to carry that. I say, pointing to the mirror.
He'll go down and attempt to pick up the mirror.
How tall are you?
I am... Did I not? Oh, there it is. 5'9".
It's a little awkward. The mirror stands about 6 feet tall, weighs around 8 pounds, and it's sort of awkwardness that makes it a little difficult to move. But you're able to pick it up with minimal issue.
Alright. And I'm gonna light the lantern up at this point because, as I said, having clear vision at this stage is more important so that we don't drop it. And I'll carry the lantern because I don't really need my hands open right now.
Can you see the lantern now?
Yes, I have the lantern. And, alright, let's bring it back.
Okay. You make your way, lantern in hand, back to the corridor with the curtain.
Having an inkling of what she's planning, I will slide the curtain to the side and
since you're carrying the mirror, I'll do that.
Well, I have a tail, but
oh yeah.
The tail snakes up and out, grabbing the curtain and sliding it over to the side.
As we are approaching the curtain, from my interrogation, I got that it hates itself.
he will set it down. Thank you, and the tail will quote unquote shake at him and go back behind him, and he will position the mirror so that it's clear the eye can see itself.
Right.
But not actually bite it. He'll get it as close as he thinks he can get it without it being able to bite the mirror, so that it has to see itself and can't look away without closing its eye. I wish it would stop crying. It's weird.
Darts around back and forth as you place the mirror directly in front of it. The eye stops, and it focuses in on itself. And it says again in that aberrant 3-part harmony of a voice it cries out in, "Oh, that's it. That's a shame." As the eye and the fungus begins to wither, beat up into ash,
Oh, now the fire's starting
wisp
to
away
take
to the
take
floor.
effect.
Huh. I was not expecting that. I thought maybe if we could, I thought that if it hated itself, we showed it itself, it would try to avoid. I thought it would close and we could work on frying it off without. This works too, I guess.
And I need all 3 of you in the hallway to please make fortitude saves.
Fortitude.
Fuck you, I knew you'd be the death of me.
I rolled over 2.
Yay! Oh, wow.
Okay, continue.
Okay then. I'm gonna go poke my head around the corner. Dealt with it.
Boston cocks an eyebrow like, really?
I'll motion for him to take a look.
He takes a step around the corner, peeks at it. I'll be damned. That's
Yeah.
put a spring and winter step.
Definitely puts one in mind. I wasn't expecting that to work the way it did, but I'll take it.
He looks you up and down, locks eyes, and extends his right hand. Boston York.
Renza. I take the hand, I think.
Yeah. I apologize for my behavior before.
You're paranoid. That's good
Ken looks up,
at this time.
realizes you're not talking to him.
It's
Denman
probably a
takes
good
a-
idea with what's been going on.
Denman takes a step to the side as Boston walks around to be able to get in front of Ken and Azuma, holding his hand out to each of them.
Ken, you don't work for them. No, I don't think you do. And he will take his hand and shake.
I'm sorry. Before holding out a hand to Azuma as well.
Gonna smile up at him with a big excited smile and shake his hand really enthusiastically.
He's just sort of taken aback by your enthusiastic shaking and has to, like... You know, he's pretty strong. He actually has to, like, untense his arm for you to be able to let you shake his hand as enthusiastically as you want to. But before he relaxes a little bit and nods, I'm sorry. As soon as your friend is awake, let her know that I want to apologize personally.
I will.
I'm afraid I can't be much help. I have to stay here and watch over the barricade and make sure nobody sneaks in, but as long as you're here, I'll have your back.
Thank you.
And there is about 10 seconds of silence as he nods and then is clearly uncomfortable as to what to do next and just turns, walks past Renza back to the barricade.
Well,
See, boss, I told you they weren't so bad.
Does he get smacked in the back of the head?
Actually gets elbowed in the ribs.
It's just as good.
Barricade.
Ken's actually going to look at this card. What's in this door? And he points to the one behind him.
He looks over. Oh, Chaplain Shrine.
And he'll nod to the one he's guarding. And there?
This was the office. One of the nurses is looking after two of the children. They like to come here and work on their paper crafts.
Well, the office probably has records for someone who was asking earlier.
He shakes his head. No, we ransacked the room for fuel. Bookshelf became firewoods, and there was really only treaties inside, and they became kindling. If you want to, you're welcome to drag the desk up and chop it up into firewood, but as far as records go...
Ken will kind of reach
Not
past
here.
him to open the door. Okay.
And before we go too much further, with the Argus Wall withered and dead, this is where we are going to call it.
Told you, Scott. I told him during our 5-minute break if I went to bed right then, I wouldn't change anything.
Perfect timing then,
Sorry.
because Steph just broke.
It's all good.
Nevaeh slept through the entire session.
No, I didn't sleep. But
She
Per se.
I only asked it.
You were
I
fixing
asked
someone.
one question that got a creepy response. I asked the right question. That's what I did.
Well,
Okay.
let's.
Give me a moment to do some calculations for
Yes,
experience
experience.
And good night, you two. Hope you enjoyed.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.